Hi all, what's up and welcome back to the Cosmic RX channel. I'm Madi Murphy, your intuitive astrologer, empowerment mentor, and just all around general high vibe hype woman. So I'm here to talk today about the full moon in Virgo we have coming up. Oh wow, what a full moon it is. I'm going to talk about some of the themes, the astrology, what we can expect happening under this full moon, and then I'm going to break down what is the thing that is manifesting in your life, or the new opportunity, the new potential that this full moon is illuminating based on your sun and your rising sign, okay? But before I get started, I just want to thank you all for being here. I know I'm not in my white couch. I had some Mercury retrograde / winter issues in a part of my house, so I've had to come film in a new spot by myself without Audrey, my wonderful business partner. So I just appreciate all of your grace, all of your patience, while we're always just kind of keeping things going on the fly around here, right? Okay, so let me know in the comments below if you have a funny Mercury retrograde story, because I have like a dozen and I need to know I'm not alone in this. So let's dive into the full moon in Virgo. So I have the chart pulled up here. This full moon is going to be in 8 degrees Virgo. 8 is a number of change and transformation. And we had actually the last full moon in Leo was in 8 degrees. So back to back, we're seeing lots of change happening now. And just as a reminder, a full moon always happens when the sun is in one sign and the moon is in the opposite. And this polarity, this opposite energy creates a tension, it creates an explosion, it creates an activation, and it creates like a releasing and a beginning of a new cycle, okay? Which happens on the new moon. But this is our time now to exercise gratitude, to be aware of all that is, all that we've gone through, to celebrate the changes, positive growth, and really reflect on where we've been over the last 6 months. So I want you to think about this year, September 2020, specifically September 17th, 2020. Where were you? What was going on? What were some of your themes? And it was the new moon in Virgo. Did you set an intention? Did you do any manifestation work? What was your wish? What was your desire? I always tell my clients, look back. If you don't have a journal, look back on your photo album, your social media. This is where we can kind of get so many cosmic clues of what was going on for us then, okay? So after you do that, I want you to reflect on this full moon in Virgo. What has come full circle? What has bloomed? What has blossomed? What are the aha or eureka moments that you've had about your life, your path, your purpose, your passions, etc., etc.? And if you are a spiritual entrepreneur, an intuitive creative, or someone who wants to work for themselves or bring your art, bring your healing, bring your magic out into the world, this is a very important full moon for you. Why? Well, we have the sun in Pisces, which is all about the metaphysical aspect of life, mystical, magical energy in life. It's the dreamer, it's the poet, it's the one who brings down things from the cosmos and is a creative channel, okay, for heart-centered wisdom and energy. And then we have, that's the dreamer. Then we have Virgo is the doer. Virgo brings it all earth side, and is an earth sign. And Virgo is all about making things practical, making things accessible, bringing things to the masses. And I always joke that Virgo is the boss witch, because Virgo knows how to heal with plants, crystals, words, spell work, rituals. And she also, or they also, know how to bring it to the people, how to make it digestible, sustainable, accessible, and also how to monetize it, okay? Because Virgos know, talking to you, Beyonce, that it's not just about healing the world, but you want to get paid and you want to be supported, and you deserve to be paid and supported for your sacred work in the world, okay? So If you are stepping into your power in that way as an entrepreneur, as a healer who wants to, hang up their shingle, or if you have an art that you want to bring out to a new platform, this is a very supportive time to do it on or around this full moon. Some other themes for this full moon, and OMG, I didn't even give you the exact date yet. It's February 17th, February 27th, 27, not 17, 27, February 27th. It's going to be at 3:17 a.m. for us on the East Coast time. It's going to be at 12:17 a.m. for my Pacific Standard Time friends. And some of the themes I want us to also meditate on, think about, journal on, reflect on, is going to be around releasing perfectionism, letting go of control. Because full moons also really invite us to look at the light and the dark, the shadow energy of two signs, okay? So the shadow of Virgo can be, yes, she's a boss witch. Yes, they are killing it. Yes, they are healing the world. Yes, they are making that mutable earth magic happen. But with that can come two things that I see in the Virgo archetype a lot are trying to control things and trying to do everything and control the people and projects around you to a point where it really can bring on a lot of anxiety, because the truth of the matter is we can only control ourselves, right? And the second thing is the other shadow element of Virgo. I mean, I'm a Virgo. There's a lot of shadow we have, but the two big things, the other thing would be about releasing perfectionism. It's kind of on the same vein of letting go of control, but a little different. So often with Virgo energy, we just notice every detail and we notice the things that we're not doing instead of all the things we are doing. And one of the ways that can manifest in your life is, what we call analysis paralysis, where a Virgo and any Virgo energy in our chart wants to do something, but we're almost frozen because we want to do it perfectly and we don't want to mess up, and therefore we stop ourselves before we even start. But this full moon, it's just follow your desires, follow your dreams, and let the Pisces energy of the sun illuminate just the big strokes, okay? Pisces is big stroke, okay? Virgo is small little details. And in that, I want you to think about, big strokes are why I want to do this. Why is this my passion? What do I want to do to be of service to other people? And just go from there. And the secret of life is that you're always going to be new at something. Therefore, it is going to be a little messy. It is going to be a little sloppy. We're always a little messy and sloppy here as we start new things, but that's just part of starting something new, is being new at it, okay? So now that you have that, some of the larger themes of the shadow, I'm just gonna rattle off some of the light octave, high consciousness gifts and energies that are opening up to you now. We have lifting of spirits, there's an optimism, there is hope in the air. We are being invited to think bigger. We are being invited to also do like a spiritual cleanse of our mind, bodies, hearts, spirits, spaces, environments around us. We are being asked to appreciate how far we've come. Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac. So this is kind of like our version of, New Year's Eve. This is our version of reflecting in these last few weeks in winter that we have here in the Northern Hemisphere before spring comes. The spring equinox is coming. Aries season is going to be all about me energy, I energy, trailblazing, igniting, fire starting energy. Sorry, that's my husband. This is going to be the energy of like, before we get into that, let's reflect. Let's see how far we've come. Let's just wade in the spiritual waters of Pisces season and just be, okay? See what wants to come up. Pisces season mantra is, you gotta feel it to heal it. So this is your last kind of hurrah. What wants to be felt? What wants to be healed? What wants to just be experienced, okay? And Pisces season 2 is about not having to logically understand everything, to just feel it and experience it through the heart space. That's more than enough right now. we're also going to think about owning your wholeness right now, okay? Celebrating your wholeness, releasing perfectionism and embracing wholeness. All right, so there's a lot of beautiful astrology that's actually supporting this full moon. We've moved away from that Saturn square Uranus that happened on February 17th. And we just have some beautiful interactions with the North Node, the South Node right now. Basically, just to synthesize that for you in small, digestible doses, is there are things, paying attention right now to the things that are happening, that are being illuminated, and that you're teaching and learning, and that are very present for you right now, are sort of guiding you. They're breadcrumbs to a larger part of your path, a larger part of your karma, your dharma, your soul's purpose, why you're here. Again, back to that Pisces Virgo combination, the bigger picture thinking on your sacred work in the world, okay? So, and this is a great time to clear the spaces around you, clear out some clutter, get that new planner, get that new journal, start documenting, planning out, where you want to go, what are the things that you've realized this past year about you and your heart and your potential and your path. This is a great time to just implement anything. If you have been wanting to launch a website, change your LinkedIn profile, start an Etsy shop, post something on Instagram. This is a great time to start thinking about doing that, okay? You're really supported in that. And then, of course, if you need a support system, if you need to ask for help, if you need to work with a system to get organized or to hire someone to help you, or if you need to join forces or collaborate with someone else to kind of help these building blocks of your dream and your purpose, now is the time to do that. Okay, so if you want more info, we have a full moon ritual for Virgo in our Guide to Pisces Season magazine that's available for digital download. You can get that. There's so many cosmic goodies in that. I can't even begin to articulate it. But that's just kind of my take on the full moon in Virgo. Now let's get into what is being illuminated, what is being made manifest, what is the new opportunity, the new potential being presented to you based on your sun and rising. Let's see what this full moon is lighting up in your chart based on your sun and rising. Let's start with Aries and Aries rising. Well, my rambunctious Rams, this full moon is illuminating for you everything in regards to health, wellness, and well-being. This full moon is asking you to say, hey, are there maybe some self-care goals that you've let slip away? Or maybe there's been some falling off the wagon with some of your wellness routine. I get it. It's hard. It's winter. It's quarantine. This is not about being hard on yourself, but rather, what are the small little details that you can do day to day that just say, hey, I love you, self. I am recommitting to showing up for you every day. Maybe it's just drinking more water. Maybe it's going to bed a little earlier. Maybe it's, okay, I'm going to cook a little bit more for myself and infuse that food with love and care, okay? So use this full moon to see where are the opportunities, where are the aha moments around how you can support yourself and make some changes in your day-to-day life that reflect that. This also may be around some work-life boundaries for you. I'm going to pull a card that's just a word for you to meditate, focus on right now as part of your full moon practice. All right, so we have intuition for you. Very spot on with the Virgo and Pisces vibes. You nailed both of that, Aries. So let's go on to Taurus and Taurus rising now. So this full moon is going to be activating the part of your chart that's all around creativity, play, pleasure, getting in touch with your inner child, getting in touch with also maybe being on stage in some way. I could see for you right now. This is just asking you, this full moon, to get serious about what you're passionate about and to also make time for things that just light your soul up. They don't have to be productive. They don't have to be making you money. This is about, what do you do that makes you feel buzzing, electric, alive? What makes you magnetic? Do more of that, okay? So pay attention to what the signs, symbols, synchronicities are that are pointing you in that direction. So you work really hard, you have self-discipline down, you've been killing it in the career game. I feel like. This is a time now to deserve, that you deserve to just drop into leisure, enjoyable activities, and my favorite word, pleasure. So let's see what your word is to help meditate on during this full moon. Okay, visualize. Well, that's pretty appropriate for the full moon. So I want you to visualize, maybe visualize yourself doing more of this fun stuff, or visualize bringing this creativity, this art, whatever was stoked during this playful time. Visualize it being brought out into the world in a way that serves you. Okay? Sorry, I'm excited. I'm like stuttering. Okay, so let's talk to my Gemini and Gemini risings. Well, my terrific twins, my dynamic duos of the zodiac. This full moon is really lighting up the part of your chart that's around home, okay, and family and your house and your environment. So you may be feeling called right now to clear out some clutter. You may be feeling called to give some things away to your nearest donation station. You might be feeling like, okay, there's a new energy that wants to come into your home and you need to make space for that. That's going to feel really supportive to you because I know you have a lot of ideas and a lot of things you're working on. I mean, always, but especially now. And actually clearing space around you is really going to support you. Don't hang on to that old stuff. Don't hang on to clothes you've outgrown. That's old you. We want to make space for the new you to step into. Also, if something's been broken in your house, an appliance, get rid of it, okay? And then maybe think of one way that you can add some more beauty, some more magic to your home. Go out and get a new crystal, go get a new throw pillow or a piece of art. Let's see what your word is to meditate on. Ooh, for this full moon, listen. Okay, listen. Listening is so big. I know you are the chatty communicator of the zodiac, but it's also good just to get quiet, to listen in. And full moons are always about listening to your intuition and your heart. So let's go to Cancer and Cancer rising. Well, my mystical moonbeam, this full moon's activation for you is really happening in the part of your chart that is around communicating, teaching, writing, broadcasting a message. If there's something that you've been wanting to put out in the world, this is the time to do it. If you've been thinking about launching a podcast or, publishing a blog post, this is it. If you've been looking to go back to school to learn something or maybe teach classes in something, go for it. Pay attention to what this full moon is lighting up in your life that's giving you the inroad, the open door to do just that. Okay? And this might be a good time to just also polish up on your communications. I'm sensing maybe clearing out some clutter, digitally speaking. Clear out your inboxes, your DMs. Inbox 0 is, if you can do that, congratulations to you. But at least maybe go through any of those just unread messages that have been hanging over your head, or clear out some stuff, or better yet, go on a big unsubscribe haul. Okay, so your word to meditate on for this full moon is emerge. All right, what are we emerging out into? Again, something about being seen, broadcasting your message, bring it out to the world. Go for it, Cancer. We need that, okay? We need that from you. So let's talk about Leo and Leo rising. All right, let's talk about money for you, Leo rising, because this full moon is going to be all about illuminating your money part of your chart. I would expect for you to think about maybe finding a new income stream, a new revenue source, or maybe you're asking for more money at work. This is a great time to ask for a raise, or maybe your side hustle has become your real hustle and you're ready to charge your worth. That's a big theme of this full moon, is knowing your worth and charging accordingly, okay? Just because someone doesn't see all the things you do behind closed doors, or someone doesn't totally understand how valuable your talents are, doesn't mean that can directly reflect what you charge, okay? So let's think about your word. Let's find out what it is to meditate on this full moon. Oh, love. Okay, well, Leo rising, everything is about love for you this year. 2021 is a big year for love, romance, and partnerships of all kinds. Okay, so let's go into Virgo and Virgo rising. Where are my fellow Virgo vixens at? So this full moon is in your sign. It's full moon in Virgo. So Congratulations. Soak up this yummy stardust cosmic energy. This is about maybe feeling a little bit more outgoing, more confident than usual. You might be kind of in demand. People are noticing you. People are picking up what you are putting down, Virgo, this full moon. So I want you to really capitalize on this feel-good energy. Be your authentic self, shoot your shot, and really let your fullness of your self-expression come through under this Virgo full moon. It may be also a good time to do any sort of like really big manifestation work for the year. Do some visualizing, do some present tense scripting, some gratitude work. This is it. This is a big moment for you. Oh, and your word for the full moon, transformation. Like I said, new, authentic, confident version of you is emerging now. Let it happen. So let's see what this means for our Libra and Libra rising. This full moon, okay, it's a spiritual one for you. This is going through the part of your chart that's all about healing, transcendence, getting in touch with your guides, your angels, reflecting, again, noticing your journey, how far you've come. This may be a good time to get in touch with your mystical side, pull some tarot cards, maybe play with your pendulum, or book a spiritual self-care session. Get some Reiki done, do some EFT, or maybe book a past life regression with someone. This is your full moon medicine, and maybe you want to create a ritual to support you, some spiritual structure that can really support some of the big things that I think you're going to be manifesting and stepping into this year. So let's think about your word for this full moon. Oh, shield. Okay, maybe that's what this is about. Maybe it's about some energy shielding practices to protect your beautiful and powerful energy. Scorpio rising. Let's get into what this full moon has for you. What is this full moon illuminating? This full moon is really illuminating the sector of your chart that deals with your friends, your community, your network. So this full moon may be giving you an aha moment around, like, maybe you want to form a new community. Maybe you want to get in touch with some people that are like-minded, that reflect, who you are, who you're becoming versus who you were. I would look around your current social circumstances and just assess. It also may be that you want to have your alone time and be, kind of in that inner sphere, but also doesn't mean that you don't still need people around you. So maybe you were talking about quality over quantity, and I love that journey for you. But just remember that you are a social being. You still do need that connection to the other to inspire you, to help you grow, and of course, so you can feel like you're part of something bigger than just yourself. So let's look at the word. Okay, release. Release under this full moon. Maybe we're releasing some toxic friends or some friendships that are outdated and not supporting you, or releasing ideas around the ways that you can be involved with your community. But release is your word for this full moon. Let's look at Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. All right, my auspicious archers, this full moon is lighting up your career sector, okay? So get ready, you're being called into that corner office in the universe, and you're getting a direct line to source, spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, and they're telling you, hey, you're getting a promotion, okay? So you are getting a promotion straight from the big energy that rules all, and you're being asked to grab the reins when it comes to your work, it comes to your career. Maybe you're being recognized for your work in a way you haven't before. Maybe you need to shoot your shot, make a big leap, step into your zone of genius. Maybe you need to also kind of take charge with people around you and step into a leadership role in what you're doing. Either way, your professional life is getting such a cosmic turbo boost right now. Just be open to the signs, be open to receiving, and jump through those open doors when they present themselves. Let's see what your word is for this full moon. Harvest. Oh yeah, that's such a Virgo full moon word. Harvest. Harvest now, reap the rewards of the seeds you planted maybe 6 months ago, a year ago, and enjoy the fruits of your labor now, Sag. Love that. So let's go into Capricorn and Capricorn rising. Well, this full moon is going through the part of your chart that's all about expansion, philosophy, truth seeking. It's like you're thinking about the world in a new perspective, okay? Something has shifted. You're going on, like your horizons are being expanded. You may be even planning some sort of travel, international travel, safely, I hope, or maybe down the road for the future, or maybe other cultures are influencing your thoughts, your work, your creativity now. This could also be a great time to look into publishing, higher education, getting your message out there to like a global audience. So if that's something that's coming up for you, pursue that. Jump through that open door and honor this like voracious appetite for knowledge, truth, and growth you're feeling right now. Let's look at your word for the full moon. Ooh, receptivity. Okay, look at this yummy card. So I want you to be open to the big ideas that are happening right now. Maybe there's something that they're completely in a different track of what you've been focusing on, but be open to receiving, okay? Because it's like your world is going from this to this right now. So let's go into Aquarius and Aquarius rising. Well, my little alien angels of the zodiac. Let's talk about last month was really big for you, okay? This Aquarius season was the Aquarius season to end all Aquarius seasons. So what are we focusing on now? Well, we're going to think about some transformation, okay? Shedding, intimacy, understanding how powerful you are. You might actually even be joining with someone else, whether that's in a romantic union, or you might be getting like a shared investments or sharing resources or money with another person. And this is a great time for you to really get introspective, get in touch with your intimate side. This full moon, what is it bringing up for you? What is it bringing up for you around your power and the ways that you're either embracing it or that you're scared of it? Is there something also that like you want to kind of live in your truth a little bit more? Bring something that's been under the surface, something you've been hiding, bring it up, okay? This is your time to do it. This is your whole year, Aquarius, really, maybe your decade. Let's think about what your word is. Oh, for this full moon, pause. Okay, last month was go, 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 go for Aquarius. Pause, look, what's being reborn in you? What's being regenerated? What's being shed, okay? But we have to pause to figure out all those things. Part of my tree here. Okay, Pisces and Pisces rising. Well, happy your season, happy solar return, happy birthday season to all of my natal Pisces sons. Oh, we love you. We need your energy of compassion, unity, unconditional love more than ever right now in the world. So let's see what this full moon is lighting up for you. Well, this is actually lighting up for you the part of your chart that's all around your relationships. Romantic, business relationships, partnerships. It's lighting up for you, okay, like figuring out where you've been asked to open your heart even more, to trust, to intimacy, to being with another person, and understanding that you will always have that balance of dependence, interdependence, and independence, okay? You are wholly unique and individual, but you're learning a lot about yourself right now through another, through the mirror of a great love, or a business partner, or there's someone who's like in your inner circle. And if you've been wanting to manifest romantic love, soulmate connection, conscious partnership, this is the full moon to do it, okay, Pisces? So let's see what your word is for this full moon. Oh, dream. I mean, is there a more Pisces word and image than this? So we're dreaming. This is your season. This is your superpower, is to dream really big. And when the sun is in the sign of you, it's really igniting and illuminating your superpowers, and it's really amplifying your natural brilliance. So dream really, really big now, Pisces. All right, so that's your full moon rundown, your themes, your messages, your words for this full moon in Virgo we have. And I'm just gonna leave you with, the follow-up of anything is possible. You are infinite. And just like the moon goes through phases, so do you. So if you're feeling hyped on this full moon, great. If you're feeling anxious, that's cool too. If you're feeling tired and like you don't want to get out of bed, that's groovy also, okay? So let me know if these readings resonated. Let me know what's going on for you this full moon. Drop it in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.